So many interesting things to look through in the August antique sale, and I'm just going to show you a handful of things, but I would recommend having a look through the website yourself. Here is a small selection that I've gathered together to start with. So on this sort of mid-century Urquell desk, which is a very fashionable retro piece of furniture, this is in our mid-century sale, which is on Thursday of next week. So there's about 150 lots of mid-century items. So this is made of solid elm, very fashionable, as I said, and estimate is about 300 or 400 for that one. This is a Geoffrey Baxter Whitefriars Banjo vase. Quite a rare sort of greenish colour to that as well, but what a substantial piece of glass. Again, really fashionable mid-century item that as well, and that's going to be probably sort of 800 plus. That one there. This again is in the mid-century sale, and these are made by Brian Wilshire, who's quite a well-recorded artist, and these are all separate blocks of wood that all interconnect. And we've got the original receipt from about 1970, I think, when that was bought. It was only about £30 then. Probably will make 10 times that at auction now. Something much older here from the main antique sale. This is the first lot in the sale. This is on the Thursday of next week. Is this whole collection of Egyptian Shabti figures. So these are genuine ancient Egyptian figures. These will date to between 1500 and 2000 BC, and these were put in the tombs of the dead in ancient Egypt to serve the dead people in the afterlife. Quite rare things to find, but to get a whole collection like that in one lot is particularly unusual. So they're interesting. If you just have a look along here, we have a really good collection of wine this time. This again is in the main antique sale section, so this will be on Thursday, and nearly all of it is from a local private house. It was in a cellar. It's all been kept in just the right conditions, and here are some of it's all good stuff here, but there are a number of these bottles of this Echezot. So this is Grand Echezot 2001. Very expensive wine to buy. It probably would be £500 a bottle to buy those, so we're selling 6 bottles in one lot, and then there's another 10 bottles I suppose in that lot there, but it's a really good collection of wine there, so worth looking through the catalogue to see what there is. And then if you just have a look here as well, you can spin round. This is an original stage worn outfit that was worn by Ivor Novello. So it has his name label inside, and it was made by a costumier in Covent Garden, and you have the leather waistcoat and leather trimmed long coat as well. That's an interesting thing. Estimate sort of 200 to 300 for that. And behind you on the floor, again from a private house, this is by Louis Vuitton. It does have their monogram all over, but it's quite an early trunk this. It'll be late 19th century, so right at the beginning of the Louis Vuitton production, and you can just about see the monogram, but actually if you look underneath where it hasn't faded, that's what it looked like originally. That's all the old luggage labels as well, and the original maker's label inside. There's the inside, there's the original label with the serial number. It weighs enough when it's empty. Very desirable piece of luggage that as well. Estimate is going to be between 500 and 800, but these quite regularly make 1,000 plus. And if you just scan around here, you'll see some of the selection of mid-century items that are coming up on Thursday. So the mid-century is Thursday afternoon. Quite a lot of studio pottery, and the cabinet there is part of the collection as well. And this amazing Aluminium sculpture, the size of that one. Interesting thing, like that. And there's quite a bit more mid-century furniture along here, if you just have a look. Fantastic pair of swivel chairs here. So there's that pair of these blue revolving chairs, which are really comfortable. Really like those. And sideboards in the mid-century sale as well, and all these lamps. Really nice lot. And just a few items that I've gathered here from the antique sale on this table. So we have a few musical instruments this time, but this is the main one. This is by George Hudson, who is a premier violin maker. This was made in, I'm consulting the letter that goes with it, 1924. And this was owned by John Georgiadis, who played with the London Symphony Orchestra. He was the lead violin at the London Symphony Orchestra, a very well-known musician as well. That was his violin. We have his viola as well, and a good bow. And these have letters from his family confirming that they were his. So that's interesting. Estimate on that is going to be 8,000 to 10,000, I think, something like that. So quite a valuable instrument too. I thought we'd have a look at this because it's a really fine little Japanese. These are called Kodansu Cabinets. So it's a cabinet on a separate stand. So it's made of lacquered wood with inlaid mother of pearl and gold inlay here. And these are little silver handles as well. So if you look at this, it just swivels round. And then it opens up to reveal these drawers. And even these drawers, if you look at these, have little Japanese silver, and these are little dogs of faux. Tiny little silver handles there. A beautiful cabinet. Estimate on that is only sort of 200 to 300. But could quite easily make quite a bit more. We have got a really extensive collection of early English ceramics this time. I just brought this out, not particularly because it was more interesting than the rest, but just to remind me to mention it. This is an early pearlware figure. It's just one that I haven't seen before. But we have many, many items of porcelain and pottery this time, and a collection of early whistles as well. Just brought these out to remind me. So that's a whistle, a baby with a shoe, and a boy sitting on a rock. And there are about 30 lots of whistles in this time. So that's just a cross-section of some of the things. We're doing a separate video for the watches, silver and jewellery. So that'll be alongside this video. So please watch that, and Will's going to show you some of the amazing collection. There's about 800 lots of watches and jewellery this time. So much to look at. So please watch that. The whole catalogue is online now. And the viewing here, we're open for viewing, so please come along and have a look, is Monday and Tuesday all day. And then the sales are Wednesday. So we're going to do the silver and jewellery and watches on Wednesday. And then the antique sale, the ceramics and oriental items Thursday morning. And then Thursday afternoon is the mid-century. And Friday is the art sale. So about 400 lots of pictures. So please have a look and come and visit us. Thank you.